AirAsia X Berhad has launched its inaugural flight to Hawaii, but it is not looking to expand its long-haul routes to the States as well as the EU in the near term. I chat with CEO Benyamin Ismail on the reason for its decision to forego ultra-long-haul and focus on just Asia. So you have just launched the Hawaii route a couple of weeks ago. What's your expectation on this route?
In terms of Hawaii, I think it's exceeded our expectations. Our first 3 flights, I guess the first week, our load factors was about 98%. And predominantly a lot of those traffic is coming from Japan as well. So, but the big surprise is there's a lot of also traffic coming in from KL and ASEAN into those flights. So generally the forward bookings, when we're looking towards the next 4 to 5 months, it's probably around, we're looking at about 80% which is quite strong. And I guess in America, and now June to October is super peak of traveling, which is great. So I'm quite confident this route is going to be a success for us.
So 80% based on these numbers, when are you going to break even for this route?
Well, generally I think if you it's already exceeding our expectations. So if we can keep it consistent at 80%, I think we can break even pretty quickly. But I think we just have to make sure that during the low seasons we can maintain that load factors. So I think it's a bit early to tell. Let's give it another year and see how we go.
Tan Sri Tony Fernandez actually took to Twitter saying that AirAsia X is not looking to expand its route to Europe and only focusing on Asia for now. So why is Hawaii the odd route? And will AirAsia actually eventually considering expand to other continents? And when will that be?
Well, you look at Hawaii, it's not actually a long-haul route. It's actually a one-stop. It's a 7-hour to Osaka and a 7.5 hours to Honolulu. So generally, it's actually a 2-destination route. We're attracting both. I think the ones that we are not planning to look at the moment is those ultra long haul, those 10 hours, 11 hours to London, or etc. So at the moment, I think our focus is just to attract the sweet spots, which is 6 to 8 hours range. And if we can do anything more than that in terms of another one stop, it's a great idea for us. I think the best thing is doing shorter flights is you have more utilization of those aircraft.
Any plans to revisit the London route? Because a lot of people want to know about this.
Yeah.
Right?
There were talks about it. We looked into it.
Yeah.
But I think at the moment, what the best strategy at the moment is to do with what we have. Let's try to build on the strength of our current network, which is the 6 to 8 hours range. There's a lot of markets that we believe are still underserved, China being 1, Japan being 2, Korea being 3. A lot of those opportunities where we can add more routes. So let's focus on that first, make some money, find some great margins there. Then later when we have the right time, right aircraft, maybe Europe will be in the horizon. Yeah.
Are you worried about Trump administration? He said that he wants to ban Muslim immigration. So is that actually one of your concerns for AAX?
Well, not at the moment. We'll diligently monitor the news and see what happens. At the moment it's just strictly purely on the Middle East. But for us, I think the market to Honolulu is quite robust in the fact that on our flights itself, 70 to 80% are Japanese. So and tourism into Hawaii is #1 for Japanese. So I think it's a positive side for us. I don't see that coming in the short term, but you'll never know. But we'll monitor the news as we go.
So your first quarter result actually took quite a hit from fuel prices and weaker ringgit, right? How are you going to mitigate that?
The key thing is your operation in terms of operating profit is whether you are sustainable, and that has been on the up for us. I think the most important thing is to ensure that cost remains low. That's 1. And 2 as well is to make sure that a lot of our sales are as well from foreign currency. We have Australian dollars and US dollars totaling up to about 45%. So really I think that is a offset for us to make sure that there's no impact on any movement of the currency.
So Tan Sri Tony Fernandez again, he said that third quarter and fourth quarter will be fantastic. We'll see fantastic numbers. What do you think?
Well, the trends are looking in that direction, but again, we're still 6 months out to 8 months out, so we just have to make sure that we be disciplined in making sure our sales are there and don't take our foot off the pedal. So our focus is to ensure that we achieve good numbers for third and fourth.
So there have been a lot of criticisms about airlines, especially on customer service, and it's not just on AirAsia X, AirAsia, but a lot of other airlines as well. Tight turnaround. What has AirAsia X done to actually help with this?
For us, it's all about information flow. For us, is to ensure that what services we offer are communicated the right way to customers, and I think in the past we haven't done that very well. So I think now we're making life much easier for people. I think first we have connectivity in terms of a chat chat room on terms of on our website where you can to have any questions. We are making check-in systems more seamless for everybody. We're making boarding pass printing all at the airports pretty easily. So all these are little things that we're doing to make sure that we don't get any more complaints. But I think the most important thing for us is to ensure that customers have that ease of flying.
Now, Ben, give us a snapshot of how many routes you have currently, and are you planning to add more or cut some?
No, I think that cutting has stopped. I think in the 2 years that when we came into restructure, we cut a bit of routes and we cut back a bit of capacity. And I think in the last 2 years, we've been ramping up quite a bit in terms of capacity. I think we've been only at Carrier that's ramped up close to 40%. There is probably one route that maybe we terminated, but now it's just about growth, trying to find routes that we've never flown or increase frequency in routes that we're doing very well.
SIA and Cathay say that they are going to lay off more staff. Is this one of your concern, or do you see any opportunity there?
It will be an opportunity for us, but I think the message is, I think for an airline like us and any other airline to remain strong is to make sure that your cost structure is robust and low. And I think for us, AirAsia, I think AirAsia X and AirAsia has been one of the lowest pioneers in terms of cost structure, and we will maintain that. And I don't see that we will be in that position anytime soon. I think as long as we drive sales, yields are up and cost is low, I think we are in a good position.